Alright, how's everyone doing? Welcome to From Z to A, Alphabetical Interviews with Zach Anderson. I am Zach Anderson. Today we are here at Sage Sound Studios for the 40th edition of Monsters of Acoustic Rock, and I am joined by the Astral Pines.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Zach.
Hello. So please introduce yourselves and your instruments.
I'm Sean, I play guitar.
I'm Liam, I play drums.
I'm Kellen, I play the keys.
I'm Keegan, I play bass.
I'm Henry, I play the saxophone.
I'm Caleb, I drive the van.
Excellent.
He's the best friend ever.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you the difficult questions as long as it has something to do with the letters of your band name.
I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tried. So we'll start with A. How did the Astral Pines form? Any memorable moments from your first gig together?
Yeah, so our first gig was actually like a hip hop festival.
Okay.
For our friend writes raps and stuff, hip hop music, and he wanted, Ryan Gleason. He wanted us to he wanted to have like a live backing band.
Yeah.
Kind of setup. So
We wanted to be a live band also.
So he ended up jamming with us, and he was like, "Do you guys want to play this festival with us?" And like, yeah. So that was like the first gig we played as like a setup, and then we were playing this like community gig for a library, and they asked us like if we had a name, and we didn't. So it was like the night before, and we were all kind of like just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Trying not to be like stressed out about it. So it just like Ryan ended up naming.
Awesome.
Came up with a name. So.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
And what is your songwriting process? Does it fall on one person? Is it a collaborative effort based on jamming together? What's your process?
It's literally anybody at any given time.
That's true, actually.
with anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
that was sick, that was sick, that was sick.
sometimes it'll just be like a noise, like just like cacophony, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like anything.
We'll be like yelling to each other in the woods, and we'll like say a phrase or something, and then that will become like the name of a song.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we're like in a room together, and it usually just kind of like we bounce off each other like ideas and everything.
But the other night was kind of an anomaly though, because we practiced on Tuesday, I think, and we just came up with two songs just out of absolutely nowhere, like two really cool chord progressions that we ended up jamming for a while. So those are kind of two new ones in the process.
Excellent.
Well, yeah, that one was really weird. We were like, yo, guys, I have a chord progression.
Henry, you play saxophone.
One of the techniques that Henry came up with the other day that we should use more is like everybody.
No, I didn't come up with this.
Oh, well,
You introduced us.
He can send me the video.
So everybody on the count of three just plays a random note on their instrument and then try to make a chord out of it.
I win every time.
So it's like either really bad or really good, and we'll just like
Nice.
I think it's a cool process. I like it.
Sounds good, yeah. Now, when planning out a tour or any specific dates in general, are there any venues that you guys like are a must that you always have to add?
Particularly, I would say.
The Legion.
Well, we
never gotta let us play so far.
Yeah,
The
I
whole
think
tours.
what we like to do is kind of base it around places that like support local art or like it's kind of like a community thing. So we've like run a lot of our own shows, and we've connected with other artists that kind of have a place or like we make connections and share venues with other people and everything. So
Very cool.
definitely like out of state, like we would like to find other places that kind of promote that same idea.
Yeah.
For sure.
Excellent. And is there anything that's required of you guys before a gig to get ready? Like, do you have any pre-show rituals, things to loosen up beforehand?
I think before we recorded our
techniques.
album, we have a lot of tech. Hanging out together, spending a lot of time together is really important. But before we recorded our album last summer, we spent the whole day just like swimming around in this pond behind Sean's house, and we just like hung out all day long, and then drove to the show together, and it ended up being like our best performance so far, I'd say.
Yeah, it usually involves like, I don't know, getting like a burst of energy and like getting situated with all the gear, like pouring it out of the house and then like shoving it in some sort of van or car if that's what we have at the time.
And other than that, it's just general forced camaraderie.
Right.
Yeah, it's usually like someone gets like thrown into my fridge.
Yeah.
It's usually Keegan.
There is some physical violence occasionally.
Only when we need to.
But it's all lighthearted.
It's medicinal.
Medical malice.
I like that.
That's a new project.
Nobody take that from us.
Don't use that.
We have videographic evidence for that, so
You heard it first.
legally binding.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I'm a lawyer.
So if you guys could play a gig with any other act in the world at any venue in the world, who would it be with and where would it be?
Well, I think we have maybe a couple. I think George Clinton is up there.
Yeah.
You know,
In the backyard.
Yeah, and I think, you know, who else were we talking?
I think
maybe?
we were saying King Gizzard.
King Gizzard was
Yeah, definitely.
Also in the backyard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as a venue, it would I think we would rather have it be like us hanging out
Yeah.
in you know,
At your house.
a lax environment, just
Yeah.
jamming, you know.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or the pyramids, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Either way.
Some sort of
Either way.
outdoor outing.
That'd be
The
really
pyramids
cool.
are like your house.
Yeah, either way.
And how do you guys go about choosing a set list? Like a set list, or do you does it fall on one person? Is it a collaborative effort? Do you guys just make it up on the fly depending on how people react to certain songs?
Yeah, I would say. What do you guys think?
It's kind of a
We tend to
mix.
think about
It's-
it, but it always ends up just kind of seeming to just lead up to us playing, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we kind of
I think
Feel a
we
lot of things
determine
out.
like what, you know, where we're playing. Like we kind of adapt to our environment sometimes, and we kind of build like a skeleton of a set list that kind of is just a general flow of energy. Like
Yeah.
I would say.
true.
Yeah. It's kind of like when should this song come in? Like does it match up with the key of this song? Or
Right.
like blend, you know, something like that. So I
Awesome.
would say we base it off of that too.
Yeah, definitely. And I like to end all my interviews with 3 interesting or random facts about yourselves that many people might not know. If you want, we can each just do one.
Okay.
Shit.
Like about the band or about our.
About yourselves.
About yourselves.
Henry,
So you each just take one.
One thing.
Well, actually, this summer I've been cooking at a Mexican candlepin bowling alley, and I've had to start showering in the nighttime rather than in the morning, and honestly, it was harder to get used to that than I thought this summer. And I always have to remind myself that there's no point in wasting that water in the morning, because I'm just gonna get really oily and sweaty and salty.
Right,
salty.
So I might as well just save that water for the nighttime, and that's been tough.
Yeah.
I'm a morning shower, so I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, it like kind of starts your day.
Yeah, you guys are, it's tough on either end, you know.
Yeah.
It's a hard enough life for musicians like us. All right, Keegan.
Key, what do you think?
Well, you know, I was born playing bass. It is a little known fact.
The tip of the bass crowned before he did.
You know, huge medical complications. We're still not quite sure how it all worked out, but
I mean,
you know,
it's more
here
of a
we are on the
question.
other side all the same.
Yeah.
Keegan's dad was pissed.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He
That's
was
why
livid.
Keegan's hands are so big, because he had 9 months of extra practice before.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
Well, you know, as far as fun and interesting and random goes, I once had a parasite that lasted for 2 months of my life, and you know, things like that'll change you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The inside and out, you know.
Literally.
Think about it. You were a parasite for like 9 months.
I was so how about I'll change it. I'll rephrase it. At one point, I was an ecosystem for about 2 months for another living organism.
It's a positive outlook on that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Microclimate.
Oh yeah.
Liam?
Yeah, you know, these days it's kind of like, you know, I'm pretty just, I feel like I'm in a special place where I don't know if I have any parasites or not, and I don't know, you know, anything really. It's just like,
Yeah. You know, we all really hope to be there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Like,
I don't know where that would be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say that we're all kind of like parasites, like to each other,
Yeah.
but like in a.
We both
it all-
we
it all
feed.
balances out.
Yeah,
So
we feed each
mutually
other.
Sometimes malicious,
Symbiotic.
sometimes very
Right,
beneficial.
right. Interesting things about us. You know, I am a farmer.
All right.
You know, in recent years or year or two.
He grows the crop. He tills the field.
I would say that we all like something random about us is that we.
I just don't know what to pick, man. It's like kind of like whenever I look at
It's
the whole thing, I'm
hard
like,
to
what?
narrow
There's a lot. There's a lot of random things I would say. You would kind of. I feel like you would have to spend like a day with us
Right.
to really understand like the interesting.
And even then.
Yeah. Even then, you know.
You might get thrown into the fridge. I don't know. It's like-
Scared.
Yeah, you would
that's
definitely
pretty
get thrown in the fridge.
but you'll love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
It's always
It
good.
feels great. Like
I mean,
the fridge.
it's like
loves
That's
it.
what we look forward to.
It needs
No one can
cool
leave
someday.
until somebody's
Yeah, yeah.
finished the fridge.
A fun fact about us: we went on like a tour, like a mini tour, more of a road trip in the late winter. We were like fairly, productive, like creating a lot, painting and everything, and then we came home, pretty productive with music, but ended up like sledding,
You guys ended up
like
sledding.
hardcore sledding.
I
for-
went into the caves and I
Yeah.
became a coal miner actually.
Yeah, so we were all off of work for like a month or two.
Except for me because I was in the coal mines.
Yeah,
Right,
he was
yeah,
good,
yeah.
and that was rough.
And then we just did like kind of some hardcore sledding for like 2 weeks. Kind of put music aside almost for a little bit.
Yeah.
Liam worked on his solo stuff,
Which was in the coal
Coal
mines.
which
Yeah.
is the cool.
My solo coal mine.
Yeah.
So
And
You guys
we
aren't
kind of
allowed.
just beat the shit out of ourselves for a while.
Yeah.
Like it was
Oh, yeah.
really fulfilling at the time. Like it made
It was
sense.
we should have
rebirth
video of
of
Keegan when
ways.
he's just on the
Yeah.
ground
Yeah.
in the snow.
Destroyed.
So I feel like we all find some random hobbies here and there to
Yeah.
just like fuel us. When we're not creating things.
I just made wine out of grape juice.
Yeah.
I knit with my beard hair. I mean,
There you go.
I recently sewed my shoes back together with a used bass string today.
Oh,
This
wow.
morning,
That's-
actually.
Oh yeah, that's
Replacing the
how you
broken
go.
guitar
There you
string
go.
I used to sew it before.
That's pretty interesting, Liam.
That's pretty
Now my secret is
I
out.
was saying, I think you got a business venture going on there now.
Yeah, if you guys like this, give me a call.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank
If
you.
you want to check out the Astral Pine, please visit the link below. And now we'll cut to a performance from the Astral Pine. So thank you again, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you.
Bye.